Hello guys, welcome back. So today we are going to build this form wave animation. So if I reload this page, so as soon as I click on this input button, this email will go up in a wave transform manner. Okay, so as soon as if I click on password input, so this will also go into up. So this will go into up direction in a wave direction, in a waveform manner. Okay, so we are going to build this today. We have this container, so we have this text, and we have some button which will do nothing, and we have some text also here. Register, the main functionality is as soon as we click on this input, so it will go up in a form wave manner. Okay, so if you see here clearly, as soon as if I click on this, password will go up in a form wave manner. Okay, in a wave manner. So that's what we are going to build it today. So this is our local project, and we are going to build this. Okay, so yeah, so let's get started. So if you see here, if I make this screen somewhat smaller, and let's say, okay, okay, so if you see the HTML file, I have done nothing. I've just given the title, and I've just linked the style.css and script.js file. So let's get started from the body part. So let's make a div. So I want a div of container. Okay, so let's make a class of container, and inside that container, what I want h1, and the text should be please login. Okay, and below this h1, what I want, so below this h1 I want one form. Okay, and inside that form I want to make a div of class form control. Okay, and inside that form control I want to give some input. Okay, input should be type text. Okay, and that should be required. Okay, and below the input I want to give the label. What the name of this label should be? Email. Okay, so this is one thing, and I want to make one more div for the password. Okay, so it should be same, only the label will going to change. So password, and here we have the input type of password. Okay, so this is for those two input value. Now below this div I want to make a button. Okay, so button of class btn, and what should be the name of this? Login. Okay, and below that I want to make a button for the register. So let's make a paragraph of class. Let's give the class text, and what should be the content here? Don't have an account. If you don't have an account, please register. Okay, so this should be inside the anchor tag. Okay, so this is fine. Let's save it. You can able to see. Okay, so yeah, that's it for HTML. We have just made one form. Above that we have h1, and inside that form we have form control. We have the input label for the email and password, then we have the button, and then we have the some text. Okay, so let's move into CSS. So if you see, we have this body, we have this container class. So now I want to apply the CSS over that. So make uh, let's give the style on the road. So box sizing, I want to give box sizing border box. That's it. I want to give some CSS for the body. So let's give the background color of steel blue. Okay, let's give the color of white. Let's give the margin to be 0. Let's give the height to be 100 VH. So this is for the body. So let's give the display flex. Let's give the line items center, justify content center. Okay, now it's come into the center. Now don't want to overflow. It's not needed here. Overflow to be hidden. So now I want to apply the CSS over the container. So we have this container class, and let's say give the container background color of, let's give RGBA 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 0.4. So this should be our background color for the container. Let's say I want to give some padding of 20 pixel and 40 pixel. So 20 pixel top and bottom and 40 pixel left and right. Okay, let's give some border radius of 5 pixel. Okay, so now it is looking good. Now let's apply the CSS for the H1 we have inside the container. So let's align the text to be in center. Let's give some margin bottom for this H1 to be 30 pixel. Let's save that, and now it's come in the middle. Okay, now I want to apply the CSS over the anchor tag. We have this anchor tag. If you see, we have this anchor tag below, this anchor tag register. So I want to apply the CSS for that. So inside the container we have the anchor tag. Let's give text decoration none. I don't want any decoration for this anchor tag. Let's give the color to be light blue. Okay, let's save that. Now if you see, this register is light blue. Okay, now I want to give some cursor pointer for this register. Okay, so let's give some cursor pointer. Why it's not giving me recommendation? Okay, yeah, cursor pointer. Now we have the form. So we have class of form control. So I want this form control the position to be relative, so that I can make this input field and the button field is absolute, so that I can set the position based on the form control only. Okay, so let's give some margin, not margin bottom. Let's give some margin to be 20 pixel 0, and let's give 40 pixel. Okay, now it's looking good. So let's give some width of 300 pixel. Okay, this is the CSS for the form control. We have form control for both the email and the password. If you see here, we have this form control for both the email and the password. Now I want to apply the CSS for the input. So we have form control, inside that we have input. So this input I want to apply the CSS. So let's give background color of transparent. Okay, Let's give border, not border radius. Let's give border 0. So let's give border radius. So border radius should be 2 pixel white color of solid. Okay, now if you see, so we have the border radius. I don't want to give border radius, I want to give border bottom. Sorry. So in the bottom I want to give, why it's not coming? Border bottom. Yeah, it's coming now. It's little bit taking time. So let's give the display type block. I want to take this input the whole space, and I want this email top. So that is why I've given the display block for the input. Let's see, if I type anything in the input, it should be color white. Okay, let's give the width of this input field to be 100%. And what is the width I've given? 300. So it will take 300 space. Okay, so now let's give some padding. Okay, so padding, let's give 15 pixel top and bottom, and left and right 0. Okay, let's give the font size to be somewhat 18 pixel. So now that's it for the input. So now I want to, so this input is for both email and password, because we have given the form control for both input and password, and we have the input inside that. Okay, so now if I click over it, I want to remove this border, I want to remove this outline as soon as I click on this input. So for that I want to apply some CSS. So let's say form control, and also when I click on login button now, if I click on login button, this outline should be this outline should not be there. So if I click on login, or if I click on input button, okay, so I want to remove this outline. So let's say when we focus on input, or when we focus input, or when we focus on, or when we try to submit the form, I want this outline to be 0. Okay, so now if I save it, if I click on this input, this outline will not be able to see. Okay, okay, if I click on login also, that outline is not there. Okay, so that's what I wanted to make. And let's say I want to give some border radius color, not border radius, border radius color. Okay, not border radius, I want to give some border bottom color. Okay, yeah, because I want this bottom color to be not to be white, I want this like light blue, this color. Okay, so this border bottom color, I want this to be light blue. So let's save it. Now it's light blue. Okay, so that's it for this input field. Now we have given the class name btn for this button. So let's apply the CSS over the button. We have the cursor, we have this cursor pointer. I want to this display, it's not pointing. Okay, some mistake, huh? So I want this display to be inline block. Okay, now I want to give some width of this button to be 100%. And what is the width we have given? 300 pixel. You see, we have given a 300 pixel, so it will take the entire space. Okay, now I want to give some background for this light blue also. Okay, I want to give some padding also, so padding to be 15 pixel. Then I want to give font size to be, let's say, give 16 pixel. Don't want to keep the border to be 0. Let's save that. Okay, let's give some border radius. Where is the border radius? So border radius, it is not coming. Let's give the border radius to be 5 pixel. Okay, now same thing I want to do. When I focus over this button, I want to remove the outline to be 0. Now if you see, okay, so now it's looking fine. We have this. Now when I click on this button also, so I want this some transformation for this transform to be, let's say, give some scale of 0.98, not 0.98. Just save that. If you see, if I click on this login button, it just scale down a little bit. Okay, so that's what I have done. Now I want to apply the CSS for the label. So we have this label also in the inside the form control, correct? So I want this label to be position not inherit, position absolute. Okay, I want to give some top 15 pixel. I want from left 0. So this is the CSS I have applied for this label. So now if you see that label is up as compared to input, earlier it was bottom. Okay, now I want to apply some CSS over this form control only. So under the form control, so label, and we have the span. If you see that we don't have a span right now in the home.html file, but what I will do, what's our project? So as soon as you click on this input, this email will go up in a web manner, correct? So what I will do, like I will transform this label, I will transform this label into a span of each word. So that when I click on this email now, this one by one each text will go up in a waveform manner. So so if I click on it, this E and first email will go up, first E will go up, then M, then A, then I, then L. Okay, so this type of form wave manner I want to make. So for that, what I will do, I will convert this label into a span of each letter. So I will do using JavaScript. Okay, so for that I am applying the CSS for that. So this span will come when we click on this input button using the JavaScript. Okay, I want to make each letter of this email and password will go up one by one. Okay, so that's what we are going to build. So this span will come up when we click on it. So and this span will come using the JavaScript. Okay, so for this span I want to make a CSS. I want to buy some CSS. So let's give inline block. Let's give some font size of 18 pixel. Let's give of minimum width to be of 5 pixel. Okay. Let's give some transition. Why transition? Because we are going to apply some transformation over this label. So that is why we are giving some transition. So 0.3 seconds of transition. I want this in a cubic Bezier. So this is some type of like you can translate into y direction, you can translate into x direction. So this is also in the same way. This is a cubic Bezier format. Okay. So here you have to give some number for the transition. So let's give 0.68. Let's give minus 0.55. 0.55. Let's give 0.265. You can explore about this cubic Bezier. Okay, So 1.55. Okay, so this is the transformation I have given. So that's it for this span. Now I want to apply some CSS over this. Okay, so what I want over this form control, when we focus on the input, so this css will only come when we click on this input. Okay, and when we click on this input, so when we click on this input, this span will come. Okay, so these two css will apply only when the span will come, and then a span will come using the javascript. So this span will show as a form wave manner. Okay, so that is what I am applying this focus plus label. So you will get to know when we apply the when we use the javascript to create a span. Okay, then I will show you how we are like creating a web manner. Okay, so we have this form control, and I want to apply the css forward the input. So we have this input. So for the valid also I want to apply the css plus label. I want this color to be light blue, and I want to give some transform of translate into y direction of -30 pixel. Okay, so what is this is like so as soon as we click on this input button, no, what it will do, so this focus is about when we click on this input button. So this css will apply only when we click on this input button. So what I want this label and a span. So if I click on this login button, if you see in the original project, so if I click on login button also, this will also show in the email also. Okay, that's what we are doing. So if I click on input button or if I click on login button, what I will do, so I want to change the color of this label. I want to change the colors of this label. If you see, if I reload this page, so if you see, as of now the email and the password color is white. So as soon as if I click on this input button, this email will go up and the color will change. So that is what. So if I click on input button or login button, this color will change to light blue. That is what happening. And what I am doing is I am making this label to up. So that is why I am transforming into a y direction, and since it is going in the up direction, that is why I have given the -30 pixel minus. Okay, so that is why I've given. So if I want this email to be down, so I have to give a positive, I have to give 30 pixel in a positive number. Okay, so since I am transforming into a up direction, that is why I am transforming into a negative direction of y. So if I click on it, this color will change and this will transform into this will go up. So that is the reason I have given the translate y -30 pixel. Okay, so that's it for css, and now we will move to javascript. Okay, so yeah, so that is enough for css. Now let's move into script.js. So as I said earlier, what I will do, so I will take this label, this email and password label, and convert into a span of each letter. So suppose as of now we have the label of email, so then what I will do using javascript, so when the user click on this input button, what I will do, I will convert this label into a span of each letter. It means we have the span of each letters. Okay, just like that. So if you see, so I will convert this label to a span of each letter. Okay, just like we have L also. So that is email. So as soon as user click on input button, what I will do, I will convert this label. So I will remove this. So I will remove this label and convert into a span of each letter. So that is what we will do using JavaScript. Okay. Got it. So and we will what I will do, we will apply the transition for each letter. Okay. So let's take the label from the HTML. Let's give the variable name labels, and then take the using document dot get element, document dot get query selector all. So document dot query selector all. Okay. So I want form control label. So we have the two label. So I want that, and I will convert this label into a span of each letter, and I will add the transition for each letter, so that if I show you the main project, so as soon as if I click on input button, if you see, first email go up, then M. So first E of the email go up, then M, then AI, then A, then I, then L. Okay. So similar to password also. If you see, first P go up, then A, then S, then W, then O, then R, then D. Okay. So this is what we are going to do. So we have converted each letter into a span, and we have added our transition time for each letter. Okay. So now I have taken the labels from the HTML. Now I want to iterate over each level. I will use the arrow function. Okay. So what I will do, I will take this level and I will add the text. So what I will do, inner text. Okay. So what I am doing is I am taking the level, and I am taking the level and I am splitting into, I will split into each letter. So this is how we are splitting each letter of that level. Suppose first level is email, so I'm taking this email by using a label dot inner text, and I'm splitting into each letter. So that is, I've given empty string, so I'm converting into it, and then after splitting the each letter of the label, I am mapping over it. Okay. So I'm mapping over it. Let's give the each letter of name letter and index of that letter. So this is just ES6 JavaScript. Okay. And then what I want a template string of span, and I want to give the style of some transition delay, of transition delay of index into 50. Okay. Millisecond. Now, so I've given the codes, and that inside that I want to give a letter. Okay. Let's just save that. Now, since this map gives the array, now I want to convert this into a convert back to string. Just save that, and I will explain you what happened here. Okay. So I am taking each label from the HTML. We have the label email, we have the label password. Okay. Now I am iterating over each level. Suppose first level is email. What I am doing is I am taking the value. so that is email. So this label dot inner text is email, and I'm splitting into each letter. For example, so this email converted into a email. So this will convert this email into a each letter, and I'm mapping over each letter. So I'm mapping over each letter. So first letter will be, so I'm mapping over each letter. So first letter will be E, then second letter will be M. So that is why. Okay. So I'm mapping over each letter. So this letter contains E, M, A, I, L. Okay. And for the index, since when we split into each letter, it will convert it into an array. Okay. So since this is an array, I can map over it, and every array have an index. That is why I've given the name IDX and the array value. So this email converted into an array having 5 letters. Okay, email. So I'm iterating over the array, and I'm making a span of each letter. So we have this span, and we have this letter. So when I iterate over this map, so first letter will be E. So what I'm doing is I'm making a span having of letter E, then I'm making a span having a letter M, similarly A, I, L. Okay. So I'm making a span of each letter, and I'm giving the style of transition delay. So first letter will be, so the index of first letter will be 0. So the transition delay will be 0 for the first letter. Then for the second letter, the index will be 1. So 1 into 50, then the transition delay will be 50 milliseconds. So that is why if you see the main project, as soon as I click on this input button, so the transition delay of E is 0 millisecond. So it's immediately go up. Then the transition delay of M is 50 milliseconds. So it will go up after E. And then for the A, the index should be 2. So 2 into 50. So 100 millisecond the transition delay for the A. Correct? So it will go after the M. So that is why, that is how I am creating a span of each letter, and I'm giving the transition delay for each letter. Okay, so I am iterating over each level. We have the email and password level. I am converting into us. I am splitting into each letter. So this will convert into an array. So since this is an array, I can iterate over the map. An array have the index and its value. So for each value, I'm creating a span. For each value, I'm creating a span, and I'm giving the transition delay based on the index. So for here, we have created a span for each letter. Since this is an array, so I want to convert into a string back again. So I have given dot join empty string. All this we will attach into a label dot inner HTML. So this will attach into this label. So now this email will not be there. Instead of this email, we have the span of each letters having transition delay. So this is how we have done. So this is how we have achieved the form wave animation. Now if I show you the actual project that we have made, so as soon as if I click on this input button, see, it's going up in a form wave manner. Okay, wave manner. So as soon as if I click on input button, what it will do, it will iterate over each. So it will iterate over it, and then it will go up. So it will convert into a span of each letter. So yeah, that's it for the project. So if you like this project, don't forget to like and subscribe, and please share this video those who want to learn. Thank you for watching.